have developed in your own work 5 pillars when you coach people, or 5 cornerstones. And would you mind introducing them to the people who are listening to us?
Always look at the overall foundation. Where's the cracks? We need to repair them. If it isn't strong enough. Yeah. And then we have overall health. Then we have underneath, there is the physical. We have mindset. We have under mindset is emotions and the spiritual world. And then we have under physical, we have the sleep, nutrition, the training, the exercise, want to call it movement. Movement is a more neutral word.
Yes.
Just movement, move. Yeah. And that's the way to get all the way around. That's why it's holistic. We're integrating all these components into wholeness. Yes. Yes. Well, that's the goal, Kirsten.
Yes.
Every time. And then it can be, it varies a lot between individuals. One needs more work on the spiritual, on the emotional. One needs more work on the movement part. The challenge is nutrition and supplementation. So and that's what I like about being sometimes I call myself a health detective. I have to find out where and unbalances are, and then we can do something about it to repair, to restore, to get back to balance. Regrets are reminders. Regrets are reminders. That was something I wrote in my journal 2-3 weeks after I came home from the hospital. Whoa, and I return to that very often because you have to live with your past, not in your past.
Oh, I love that. Let's pause here a little bit and unpack that a little bit. I think that's so important. Not living in your past, but with your past.
Yes.
What does that mean to you, John?
Now we are talking about the identity again. Victim mentality. Because at my lowest, I had a victim mentality. I had a victim mindset. Everyone was out to get me. I couldn't get to success. You know the sentences people use. And that was it was hard to distance oneself from all that. But the cancer diagnosis helped me do that. Yeah. By forcing me, you use the word forced me to. Yes.
To push you into that space of having to die and be born again, kind of thing.
Yes. And we also talked about collect what is useful, discard the rest. I learned that from Bruce Lee. And you have to do that every day. Yeah. Otherwise, the bag will get too heavy. You cannot carry it. Yeah.
Can you give me an example of that, John?
It's just if you collect too much negativity for too long, then it will kill the positivity in your life. It just drains the life force out of you. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you stay too long in that mindset, it just drains you.
And the work is to, yes. How do you work with clients on their mindset? Like you're saying, victim consciousness, victim mentality to becoming totally responsible for your own experience in life. How? Give me an example, if you wouldn't mind, so that people get a feeling for that. How do you do that? Or how did you do that in yourself? But because in a way it's easier said than done, isn't it? It's easier said than done.
That's why we all need it to some to unload. But I ask some questions that help me, Kirsten. That's the foundation. Where are people at with their mindset? Then I guide and support, and then we have the accountability. But you have to be very gentle at first. That's both women and men, because the first step, there's a lot of vulnerability there, but it's also the most important step. That's the first step, because then it goes from idea into reality. Now I've taken the first step. Whoa, I'm on this path now. And it's refreshing, and it fills you up with energy. And then you have a therapist like you, a mentor like me. We are there for them. It's so important. And some beautiful day, they can go on their own. Yes. That's the point of a cooperation. Yeah, a community of two people. And it's trust-based.
Yes.
It's so important.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes, and
to not be alone.
Yes, exactly. That tells me a lot about where are people at. And then we also incorporate nutrition, supplementation. We talk about sleep. We talk about all the lifestyle factors. And sleep is number one on the list. You cannot have a good life if you do not get enough quality sleep. End of discussion. Period. Yes. We all know that. But people don't do it. Why don't you do it? Let's find out. Yeah, and then we go digging in that area. Is it too much screen time? Why do you have this challenge?
Right. Yes, opening the challenge up, exploring what is in the way. Yes.
It becomes accessible. Yeah, we can do something about it. And just like it says here,
more green time, less screen time. I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
Lead by example, Kirsten.
Yeah. More green time, as in time outside. Green tea.
Garden, nature,
right?
The park nearby.
Less screen time.
Yeah. Get away from the screen. Yeah. Yes, I know we are using screen time right now, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Right. Yes. What else, John? What else is important in your model of supporting people along their journey of recovery?
Doing it with integrity. Yes. So the experience is a wonderful experience, and we must equip them so they can continue on their own. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, Kirsten. That's also why I don't support a 1-month program. For some areas in life, that's okay. But doing this and getting equipped with the right tools to go on for the rest of your life, that takes time. I lost just over 20 kilograms. And I did that over 2 years. And then people began taking notice and coming to me, whoa, what is happening to you? That's where I began to lead by example. And that's why I chose that business name.
Yes. What is your business name?
Lead by example.
Really is it? I didn't realize. Yes. Lead by example. Yes.
That's my English business name. Yes.
Right. Yes.
I also a gym owner here in Denmark.
Okay.
Yes. I use the same principles in the gym when I coach people as I've just described. It's based on all those people and my own transformational journey.
Yes.
Both physical and also mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And remember, I've overcome many lifestyle diseases I had pre-diabetes from when I was 10 years young.
Right.
Eczema, indigestion, allergies. Yeah, the list goes on. And it's all gone now. And then I had back pain for 20 years, also gone.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of pain. People take painkillers. Ask yourself, why is the pain there? And then begin to unpack instead of taking pills. I've seen it many, many times, Kirsten. It can be done. Yes.
What was the greatest challenge for you personally on your journey? Yeah, there are many. You're saying emotional challenges, mental challenges, nutrition, lifestyle, relationship. I mean, I imagine it touches every part of your life. Masculinity. Yeah. What do you think was the biggest for you, looking back on this day of celebration?
Yeah, I had a breakthrough. I had a conversation with my mother a year after the diagnosis. That healed a lot. I don't blame anyone. There's no blame there. I don't judge, but we needed to have that conversation, and that healed me a lot.
Right. What kind of conversation was it? Just that people understand a little bit more about that. What kind of conversation was it you had?
Yeah, we traveled back to my childhood. Yeah. And my mother decided to be a foster mother for children that came from challenging backgrounds. And they lived at the farm for many years, and that brought with it a lot
of trauma, by the sounds of it, or maybe neglect or challenge as a child. Yes. So you suddenly found yourself that your family suddenly changed, and you had a number of foster children in your home.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was a lack of attention at certain points. And there was never. I like the calm. There was not much calmness at all.
Right. Yes.
Very unpredictable. Although my parents, I don't blame them. Did what the best they could.
Yes.
But they
weren't it never
for that project.
Yeah. So it sounds you had a conversation that was long overdue somehow, which, and you had the courage to go back and saying, "Can we talk about this? It's really bothering me." And it seems your mother responded well, and it was a kind of a cathartic conversation.
Yes, it was.
And exactly. Right. Yes.
Like a cleansing. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
On an emotional level.
Yes. I imagine it was related to suppressing a lot from early in your life. And
I call it emotional constipation.
Oh, absolutely. It's a wonderful word. Yes.
And that actually, let me use another sentence here while we have digestion and the central nervous system. Whoa, powerful connection there. Very powerful connection.
Say a bit more, John.
The central nervous system, there are two arms. The sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Yes. And one is stress related, the other one is rest and digest. And I had the stress arm firing all the time.
Right.
All the time. There was not much rest and digest. And that's where the calmness comes in. Calm down. Yeah. I didn't know that at the time, but I read books and then, wow, that sounded a lot like what I had experienced. So, and I began telling other people about this breakthrough, and then they experienced the same, Kirsten. So there's definitely a connection there.
Yes.
Yes.
Because when the stress-related part of the nervous system is overactive and can't be switched off, that leads to a lot of release of cortisol and stress hormones.
Yes.
Which means that leads to inflammation in the body.
Yeah.
And that combined with a suppressed immune system, it's very a fertile ground for developing cancer or autoimmune diseases.
It is.
Yes.
We know. It
Yeah.
is.
So yes.
Suppression of immunity over time. Yeah. You also suppress the NK cells, natural killer cells.
Right.
If you drink too much, smoke, especially too little sleep, will also suppress natural killer cells. That's right. The soldiers doing surveillance in your organism.
I see.
For micro particles that shouldn't be there.
Right.
Yes.
So that's an important part of the immune system.
Yes.
What you're describing. Right. And that gets suppressed when the kind of the stress-related part of the nervous system is overly active, and the parasympathetic nervous system is not in balance. When they're not in balance,
exactly.
Right? So rest and digest. Yes.
Lack of physical activity, lack of sleep, lack of nutrition. We know zinc has a profound effect. Vitamin D from the sun or supplementation in the dark months. There's a lot of things you can do, and I help people with that. Yeah. Once you have more energy, Kirsten, everything becomes more easy. They have goals. They want to achieve things, but they lack the energy. So more energy, then we move on.
That's true, actually. I know someone very well at the moment in my life who suffers from cancer, prostate cancer at the moment, and he experiences a lot of lack of energy. And
yeah.
So is that part of dealing with cancer, this lack of energy?
Yes, and then if people take the conventional route without doing anything for their immunity, yes, there will definitely be lack of energy, Kirsten, especially for older people. Yeah. You have to be careful there. Yeah. Detoxification is very important. Yeah.
Say a bit more about that. What do you mean by that?
Detoxification, that could be through sweat, that could be the elimination routes, and also the liver, the kidney, very important organs. Everything goes to the fat stores and the liver. So there is 2 phases. The first one has to do with fat, and the next one has to do with water, so it can be excreted. And there must be certain nutrients available for these 2 phases to work properly. Otherwise, you won't excrete them. Yes. I wanted to share a couple of quotes that has helped me tremendously. I want to share that with our audience.
Yes, please.
Health is the greatest of human blessings. Yes, that was Hippocrates. Yes. And then health is not everything, but without health, everything is nothing. Think about that every day. Arthur Schopenhauer. one of my favorite philosophers.
Right.
From Germany, as you know.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
What did these quotes mean to you, or what did they make you realize, or maybe highlight or illuminate? Here sounds.
Attention and focus. We talked about having a navigation system.
Right. Yes.
A well-functioning navigation system, so you can pick up on signals. Why is this signal here or there? What can I do about it? And then make a decision. Otherwise, if that is going on for too long, Kirsten, you end up where I ended. And the decision is out of your hands.
Yes.
The first move, not entirely out of your hands, but the first move. Do it before that.
Yes.
Be proactive.
Not waiting for the crisis, but actually addressing or learning to hear the signals again. Because I think that's what many of us struggle with, to hear the signals. It's like this, you call it in a navigation system, this inner compass. It's kind of almost, we want to really, that's such an important part of our being, to pick up signals. So what signals are you talking about? You think bodily signals or external signals, or all of it, I would imagine? Yes.
We're talking about symptoms. Why are they there? Pain is a good one. Everyone experiences pain or discomfort some level at some point. But why are the signals there? And then symptom management. Why don't we get to the causes, the main cause, and do something there? Then you'll get rid of the symptoms. That's why I was in pain for all those years. And I went to doctors. I was scanned. I went to therapy, physical therapy, osteopath. I went everywhere. Chiropractic. But nothing worked, because I was full of inflammation, Kirsten, because of my lifestyle. I have no pain. That's 10 years ago. Yes, I have some discomfort now after a hard, exhaustive training session. But that's not pain. That's not pain. That will make me stronger. Those sessions.
Yes. And maybe a last question I'd like to ask you, because I'm fascinated by this navigation system. I work with that in my own sessions, in my own life, to kind of fine tune that inner compass. That's, I think, so core. So let's say if clients work with you and you feel the navigation system is not working, so how do you help with that? Because some people might not have this concept yet in their minds. So tell me a bit how you work with that.
Sometimes we have to remove it. It doesn't work anymore, so we'll install a new one. Sometimes we can repair some of it. And then we are back to the domains, Kirsten. Yes. How much knowledge do you have there? How much wisdom? Are you using it? Why is there a lack there? Are you afraid? Do you have fear? Fear of failure? Fear of success? I've also experienced that. What is going on? Fear of success. Fear of success, fear of failure. Where's it coming from? It's okay. It's okay. Now we're doing something about it. And that makes it possible, because you have done a lot, and they feel that the connection is there. And the same, if they show up in my gym or I coach people online, they can feel it. Okay, I have to listen to this guy. He walked on that path I'm going to walk on shortly. And that calms people down, and it makes it possible. the mindset shift we talked about earlier. Maybe I can do this. Whoa, breakthrough. Yes. Yes, it's possible.
Yes, yes, yes. I get a feel for it as you're speaking in this kind of passionate way. Yeah, yeah.
Just want to help people, Kirsten.
Yeah.
Just want to help people, support people.
Yeah. John, we've got a few more minutes. Is there anything else you would like to share with viewers, people who maybe have cancer or who may know someone who have cancer? What is it you want to share? Maybe as we are talking, and maybe some of us, and some people view our podcast, our conversation.
Yeah.
Things that are maybe not easily shared or not easily understood or maybe forgotten in the public conversation. Yes.
Yeah. There's almost always time. Breath work, getting the nervous system back into balance, that will do a lot for people. I've worked with cancer patients, and some of them passed away. Sometimes, I don't want to say it's too late, but it's much more difficult when it's late stage. But there's always something to do.
Yeah.
And there's always hope. You have not lost everything until you lose hope. Yeah. And then the emotional stuff, it's not being addressed, Kirsten. That's why they need someone like you or someone like me. And then find a community of like-minded people. I know it can be extremely difficult when you are in chemo or radiation therapy and you're exhausted, but reach out to other people. You will have family members, you will have friends. Yes. They're there for you.
Yes, that is fundamental, isn't it? Building connections or making connections. Yeah.
Yes. And then all the other topics that's I can't go into depth in minutes about them, but the emotional stuff begin there. In there. Yeah.
So when you say emotional stuff, John, say a bit more what you mean. Is that what we said earlier about where it all started in childhood when we disconnect from our authentic self-expression? Is that what you mean by emotional stuff?
That could be one path, Kirsten.
That could be one pathway. Okay. Yeah.
It could be more recently. It could be something.
I see.
In a relationship. It could be at work. It could be in another.
Yes. Wherever there's anything stuck or.
Yes. If it's stuck, it drains you. You need that energy. Those resources are valuable for immunity, not on the other stuff. Exactly.
That's such a good point you're making. So right. So there might be some leftovers from childhood, but also in our current relationships or whatever we feel unhappy or weighed down by. It's needing to address it, or to think about it, and
if you can go to a park or there's a concept called forest bathing. They use that with cancer patients in Japan, and they live longer, Kirsten, by being in the wilderness than the people that stay in the city. Now we're back to the balance. They hug trees and live longer. They hug the trees. Yes. And if you cannot do that in the park and you are afraid of being judged, then do it back home in the garden. Do something. Talk to plants. Get a little sunshine. Listen to birds. They're talking to you. Be grateful. Be grateful. Yes. That will also prolong life and lessen suffering. Yes.
You think the cultivation of gratitude and
Yes, we know that.
Yes,
we
yes,
know that.
yes. It strengthens our good feelings, and with that, our immunity. Yeah.
Yes, it boosts immunity. That's right, Kirsten. Yeah.
Right, John. I think it might be time to come to the end of our conversation today. I've really enjoyed talking with you, and I think you've got such a great wealth of understanding on so many different levels because you've walked the path yourself, and I really have a lot of respect for that. And thank you for sharing yourself with me and with the people who might be watching our conversation. If people are interested, I would be very happy to have another conversation with you, John, about specific questions maybe that come up, because we've kind of covered a broad spectrum today, but we haven't had time to delve into specifics.
Yeah.
But I would ask people who are interested in exploring this journey or what John knows more, please feel free to put comments under this video. And I would be very delighted to speak with you again, John.
Excellent, Kirsten.
If people would find that helpful, yes.
Yes, it was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you so much, John.